is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Newtown bike track. Andrew Silver Fox Hopwood still here in the main commentary tower. I've had an absolute ball of a day watching the STJFL CRIPPS, the Master Baker competition go round. We've had some wonderful matches of very, very high quality. And we've all boils down to the last one, which is the under-17 girls competition. It's a much anticipated game, as in the ruck it was Alexandra Badenneck who was a force to be reckoned with, went up for the first tap. Pushes further afield, that was Polly for Sandy Bay. The umpire said it's in and under, so I'll ball it up. We're looking forward to this clash, Duff. I just introduced my co-commentator, Martin Duffy.
Yeah, very reluctant commentator. Had a couple of commentators pull out, didn't we, Hoppy, on you? But I'll do my best, just murmuring away here. But really looking forward to the match. And as we said in that last game, we've really impressed with the girls with the improvement, the general improvement overall of the girls' footy. Some great drop punts, some great goals in the last game. And this game is sure to please the eye as well.
Absolutely. So it was Lee Song who drove that in, but Ferguson has taken the free kick. Ferguson, brilliant by foot out towards Thomas. Thomas goes to honour that very, very strong lead that came out from Chapman. Chapman's good enough to butter up and go in for a second effort. In and under the pack is Fish. And the umpire has balled up. I tell you what, Duff, it is a very willing match.
They look keen, don't
they?
You
very keen.
You can sort of sense the girls have been playing against each other for a couple of years now. Most of these girls are probably into their third and fourth year of footy. And some of the names that we've seen around before are Sophie Abel, Polly for Sandy Bay, and who we got? Olivia Reed for North Hobart. Some big names out there.
Certainly are. It's Sandy Bay trying to get their dukes on the ball and push it forward as the cameras belie what the temperature is where we are. It's just a little bit cooler where we are, Duff, under the shade. But what a magnificent day it's been here. Beautiful. Streaming with sun. So if you're watching from the Bucks Bowls Club side or the city end there, you've just been bathed in sunshine. People over there in shorts, they've got their thongs on and the sun hat. But if you're on this side, more underneath the mountain on the Creek Road side, it's just a little bit cooler. But I tell you what's kept me warm and very interested. It is the standard of the STJFL football, Duff.
No, it's been a good day of footy, and as we said, the last game, the under-15 for the girls was very impressive as well. As Badenneck in the ruck. Remember seeing her at the TCA last year, I think in an under-16 game at the time, and had a great match. And she's asserting herself there in that contest, Hoppy.
Yeah, she did. She couldn't take a clean possession, so she decided to get that valuable metre towards her own goal. Overrunning it, but going back is Atkinson for North Hobart. She applies a very strong tackle, spills out towards Sandy Bay, who pushed that ball forward. Nice open spaces in what is a confined area on the bike track. Swooping on that is Sophie Abel. She gets the handball to their own advantage. Working very hard now, and who's that other forward? I can't quite see. It might be Stubbs. They go back in to get the ball, but the umpire deemed that it isn't going anywhere, as the last one there was Nation for Sandy Bay. So it is Anderson who puts her hand up, which is the familiar way these days when you're in the ruck. Goes out towards Abel. Sandy Bay, another handball intercepted cleverly there by the Demons. They come out towards the wide expanses of the wing position.
Sophie Chapman.
Yeah, Chapman did a good job there to try and push that ball forward into space.
Former umpire Sophie Chapman. Remember we interviewed her down at Blundstone about 3 years ago. She's now playing Aussie rules.
Well, I think she's just the combo, but she said then, didn't she, Duff, that she wants to go as far as she can in the umpiring, and
she did.
So maybe she can help out these umpires if they make any mistakes. She can just sort of say, well, look, I've got a bit of experience at the caper. I didn't think that was a free kick. It was my kick. A bit of that goes on.
I don't think so.
No, that's a good tackle. Backing back in was Reed. I love the high hands. And here it is with Sandy Bay. That is Fish. Fish tries to barge her way through, and she's not going anywhere. And she's stopped by Olivia Reed. Big long kick. Oh, playing on.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, the intent was good, Duff, but North Hobart were awake to that. And it's Claire Ransom who took that one. She plays on very quickly. But intercepting there was Johnson for Sandy Bay. Sandy Bay trying to push their way out to that outer wing, and it'll be another ball up. So all the young fellas and young girls that are watching, Duff, they would see Sandy Bay Lions. They wouldn't have thought that Sandy Bay would be anything else but the Lions. Wouldn't you love to see the seagull being blazoned upon that Guernsey?
Gee.
Now, there's an old thing from the past, isn't it, from an old warhorse like me?
The old Sandy Bay Seagull. But I tell you, just getting back to that tackle by Ransom.
Oh, it was good, wasn't it?
Did you see the closing speed by Claire then?
Oh, yes.
She is one of the gun players of this competition. And in that game too, between these sides last year at the TCR, I think she kicked 3 or 4 goals and was just probably BOG that night, and one of the better players getting around.
Oh, she is. Of course, her dad is Jim Ransom, who is the runner and I believe coaching director of the girls.
Right.
And
okay.
Chris was going to be the coach, but he has just taken up a position for AFL Tasmania in the York Peninsula, working up there with Kane Richter.
Is he?
Yeah, I had a chat to him during the week, so it was great to have that discussion, because I was on the... I thought that he had something to do with the 15s, but it was only just that change that he got the job a couple of weeks ago, and he's headed up to Cairns.
Oh, well, let's g'day to Chris, there's no doubt.
Oh, he'll be watching. No doubt about that. So there is the diminutive Casey Gray. She got her hands on it. Goes as far as Victoria Fish, and Fish has been very dominant early. And here is Gray. She always looks to share the ball, which goes back to Ferguson. 3 against 1, and coming out is Galligan, and been maybe held without the ball. Let's have a look. In fact, maybe a little bit too long. So the free kick will go to Imogen Nation. Nation, very long, bit of a stagnant forward line, but they are very swift to capitalise on that free ball. And so we can hear in that effects microphone, got to push the forward line open, and that's exactly what you have to. It's very much key, isn't it, Duff, no matter what ground, but even more so on a confining space that is the Newtown bike track. It can easily get tended to get sucked into the contest.
Yes. And
so and it's quite wide because of the cricket ground dimensions of the ground. So if you try and keep it up the corridor and keep it nice and open if you can. By doing that, of course, what we mean is pushing your forwards up high to run back into space as the contest goes on. It's very, very fast-paced game. We are 7.5 minutes in to this much anticipated STJFL CRIPPS the Master Baker game of the day. It is North Hobart under 17s in the traditional blue and pink, and Sandy Bay Lions in the blue and white stripes.
And a great effort there by Casey Gray just to get the ball running. We've got Amity Chick now kicking from about 45 metres out, and it's going to come over the back, and there's the first goal of the match, Hoppy.
Yes, Marianne Swift. Didn't she know where that ball was going to drop, Duff? She protected the area, ran in, and her awareness to go, well, I don't need a set shot if it's only the goals a metre out, as we watch here on the Mood Food and Bennett's Petroleum replay. Long raking kick, and see that, Duff? She had the front position, but all of a sudden her supreme judgment saw that she went sneakily around the back of her opposition and created a goal out of nothing. So well done to Marianne Swift, and that is the first goal as we check the JMC Motorcar Company scoreboard. It is North Hobart 1 goal 6 to Sandy Bay yet to score. Back in play as it's Summers. Well, tempted to go the kick off the ground was McLeod, but she, thought better of it. Good tackle there by North Hobart. The ball spills free. Attacking it very hard. Don't you love to see a halfback flanker just streaming on it like that and only has focus for one thing, the old onion that's bouncing towards them. But brilliantly worked here by Fish. She has certainly had a lot of the footy. Running back with the flight of the ball is Fenner. Gives the don't argue. Gee, a lot of football skills on display there, Duff.
Oh, and what's happening with again, I don't want to harp on it, but with the girls' footy, the ability to kick under pressure to advantage. That's something that we weren't really seeing a lot of about 3 years ago, but now the skills have just improved so much, Hoppy. It's a great spectacle.
Oh, each year incrementally it just gets better and better as Abigail Anderson tries her best to push that one out. But it's Scott who picks up, gets it out to the running players. Again, there is what you just said, Duff, kicking to the advantage of the player where Summers comes out, but she got in good position. I think that tackle, unfortunately, just went a little bit too high, and so North Hobart will take the free kick.
Well, North Hobart looking pretty good here. 1 straight 6. They'd love to get that second goal on the board, Hop.
Okay, so it's Chelsea Thomas. She's the young lady who a few minutes ago, Duff, showed that very good turn of pace. Getting it out to Gray. Gray comes up what has been the veritable Great Wall of China, but this time Victoria Fish has been deemed to be holding the ball, Duff.
Yep, Sophie Chapman with beautiful drop punt. Driving it forward for North Hobart.
Yeah, it is, and it's Amity Chick. She was at the drop of the ball, and backing back is Claire Ransom, who has taken a very, very clever mark. She is a very good footballer, football smart stuff, but good athlete as well. Ransom goes back, and she's got full reward for that kick at goal, and she has slotted that through for her first and North Hobart second as we check the JMC Motorcar Company scoreboard. It is North Hobart 2 goals straight. Sandy Bay yet to score, Duff.
Well, it's a bit different to the first or the earlier game that we saw previous to this, Hoppy, with the under-15s, where North Hobart had a lot of the play but just couldn't score goals. I think they scored 1 for the whole match, and where the under-17 girls already for the Demons have got 2 early goals in this match.
Very efficient so far, aren't they? Because as you quite rightly just said, the under-15s had it in their forward 50, ample opportunity to kick a winning score, but they just couldn't get over the line. So you sort of say it was good play by Claremont to be able to hold them up, wasn't it? They just soaked up the pressure. They were like a sponge, didn't they? They just soaked it and soaked it.
They were a little bit inaccurate, Claremont. I think they kicked 5 goals, 10 for the match, but North Hobart just the 1 goal. So good start here by the under-17 Demons. Yeah,
it certainly is. Of course, this is their last year in the underage Cape of Duff before they go on to the lofty circles of senior ranks. And of course, some of the girls you can see out here could be playing in a year or so for Tasmania in the AFLW national competition.
In the Tassie Kangaroos.
How good is that?
Big step up, I think.
Yeah, it is a big step up, but people like Nicole Bresnahan are shining lights on what is possible, Duff. The young lady from 7 Mile Beach, the Clarence player, as holding the ball again and the skills on display. That's Marianne Swift, who we know is got the football smart, drives it down. Oh, Ransom was courageous at the front of the pack. That's tough to stand in front of an oncoming, looming pack. It's a snap towards the goal and through for the minor score. They look quite dangerous going forward, Duff, North Hobart, don't they?
Looking very confident.
So, Sandy Bay, they play on nice and quickly. Here it is. It's coming out towards this outer side. Overrunning the ball this time. Long raking kick. Here's an opportunity for Sandy Bay, but backing back was Emma Fenner. There's been a slight infringement, and I think that is Gray who has impinged. So now, ball coming back. Triffett was there for North Hobart. Spreads further afield to Nation. She's going in hard. Great determination by Imogen Nation. She was just out-bullocked and outnumbered on that particular occasion. Swings around. North Hobart doing their level best as it comes back towards the goals, and it's just hit the post. So, again, all the ascendancy so far, Duff, has been towards North Hobart.
Just finding it hard to get past the half-forward line at the moment of Sandy Bay.
Well, they'll battle on, so it's interesting to see how we go, end over end. There it goes, working their way forward. That was Cooper. She's trying to bullock it forward, but look at the determination showed by McConnon. She's very slight, but she was in and under, and determination, it was etched all over her brow. As a free kick now has gone to against North Hobart, and the resultant free kick is Laura Cooper. Cooper, no time to waste, but Casey Gray, I watched her in the warm-up, Duff. She was really interesting, Casey. She was very flexible, and she was really practicing those high jumps and singularly grabbing the ball, you know, just one grab. And so it's the old adage, you practice how you play. You know what I mean? She was good. She looks very good. As all of a sudden Ransom picks it up. She has a shot for goal as the siren has gone, and it's gone through. Now this is going to be interesting. Let's just watch. It is a goal.
Oh, no.
Well, we're going to have a look at the Mood Food replay about that one. There is no doubt about it. I think she got the kick in first, Duff, but it just kept rolling.
Really?
Absolutely. Here we go on replay.
You can see Chris Ransom up in Queensland going, of course she kicked it before the siren went. But I don't know if that was the case anyway, but it scored. North Hobart 3-2-20. Sandy Bay yet to score. It's all the demons here at quarter time at the bike track.
It certainly is. And here we go. We'll just have a look at this. She picks it up, Duff.
And
breaks free.
Let's see if we can hear it. Hang on.
Middies and wingers.
Beep. Yep.
She kicks it. Look, no one else has touched it. They haven't gone near it. And through it goes. We'll call that a cheeky goal.
It was.
Effective goal. She knew what she was doing, Claire. Well played on your behalf. So, as you just said, Duff, it is North Hobart, 3 goals to 20 to Sandy Bay, yet to score. Pretty even, but again, it's just that the efficiency within the forward line. So, as the players take a quick break, we are going to take a quick break as well. So, hold on to your hats and don't go too far, because we'll be back with the second quarter of what is going to be a very entertaining game of under-17 ladies football in the CRIPPS 2020 STJFL season.
Hello Tasmanians, CRIPPS Ambassador here. No matter where you are or whomever you are, remember this, you are Tasmanian. So say it loudly and say it proudly. Tasmania!
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 CRIPPS, a toast to Tasmania. Nice one. Hello? Is this the mouthpiece?
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Hello, Tasmanians. CRIPPS Ambassador here. No matter where you are or whomever you are, remember this: you are Tasmanian. So say it loudly and say it proudly. Tasmania!
Tasmania!
Tasmania.
Tasmania!
CRIPPS, a toast to Tasmania. Nice one. Hello? Is this the mouthpiece?
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Hello, Tasmanians. CRIPPS Ambassador here. No matter where you are or whomever you are, remember this: you are Tasmanian. So say it loudly and say it proudly. Tasmania!
Tasmania!
Tasmania.
Tasmania!
CRIPPS, a toast to Tasmania. Nice one. Hello? Is this the mouthpiece?
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett.
So welcome back to the Newtown bike track, and after that first quarter where North Hobart were quite dominant with 3-2-20 v Sandy Bay yet to score, but it was interesting. I went out and had a listen to Coach Cole for Sandy Bay, and he was really happy with the endeavour on the ball. Said, let's just keep doing what we're doing. We just didn't quite have the polish in the finishing off, but the intent was good, so just keep going at it. And Duff, you went out and had a bit of a listen to Coach Johnston for North Hobart. And what did she have to say?
Actually, I didn't make it there to the break.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Hoppy. I was just getting a coffee from behind.
Oh, okay. No worries at all.
I can only imagine that she would have been very, very happy with how the team went there in that first quarter.
Yeah, I on my way back, I went past, and I have to say the thing that impressed me was everything was proactive and encouraging. It was none of this, we haven't done that. It was all about what we have done and what we can improve on. which is, you know, the modern day coach. Gone are the days where the veins come out, Duff, and it's you don't do this, you don't do this. Come on, Duff. You're too slow, you're too fat, you're too this, you're too that. It's none of that now. No. It's all encouragement, and that's what is really good out here in STJFL parlours. It's the under-17 girls competition in what is a flourishing competition, Martin, in the girls.
Going from strength to strength is the girls' footy.
And not only that, Duff, sorry to cut you off, old mate, but it's good to see too a lot of the change rooms and the facilities are improving because of it, which is a great thing.
Thankfully.
Absolutely thankfully.
Here goes Claire Ransom once again.
She is fleet of foot. She's a fantastic athlete, and she has dodged and weaved, and it's gone close and just touched on the line. I reckon after that goal she kicked, Duff, she better go and get a Tats Lotto ticket for next week. She had a bit of luck in shoot after that kick, didn't it?
Well,
it went left and right and right and left and then just bounced its way through.
Well, it was still a goal, even though
absolutely.
I thought the siren might have gone beforehand, and the umpires found a free kick here. This one's going to go to North Hobart, so everything going the Demons' way at the moment in this match.
Yeah, well, this is what happens when you get in front. You get in front and things go your way. So Lavinia Summers is going to go back now and have a direct shot on goal. It is a drop punt, direct,
beautiful,
straight through. That's as good a shot as goal that you'd ever want to see. So in the coaching manual, you want to say to your player, you've heard this many a time, Duff, I know, but square the shoulders, lower the hands. The small drop from hand to foot, exactly what you did. Keep your head over the ball and kick through it. And this is right out of the textbook. Look at that. Bang! All clear and through she sails. None of this arcing around.
Yeah.
Beautiful kick.
Made it look easy.
Did.
Obviously practices that at training, and she executed very well. And here goes Sandy Bay via Polly.
Yeah, Polly did a really good job. Pushed that one forward. As we watch the ball, which is about through that half forward flank as far as Sandy Bay is concerned. They're certainly within this game, although it says 27-0, you might sort of think it's very, very one-sided. They've had plenty of opportunity, and they certainly are showing some great determination, but they just haven't been so efficient when it's in this area. So here they go again. You can see really fighting hard as the handball comes out. Nicely played by North Hobart as Freeman was to clear their lines. But it is through the agency of Victoria Fish, who's a real dasher. She's trying to lift these girls on her own shoulders, Duff, isn't she? She certainly is a gut-running footballer, but it's North Hobart who pick it up. They go the kick. It's spoilt there by Chapman. She's good enough to recover and go back in to try and get it again. She's on the top and held it up, so that means there'll be another ball up. Hasn't the umpire been of great standard today, Duff?
Yep, they've hardly missed a trick in the 4 games. Been outstanding umpiring. Of course, we saw in that last match a couple of umpires have only, well, one fellow was, what was it? Ollie, wasn't it? I think debuting, first game. Craig Blaskey's 3rd game, and just put in a wonderful effort.
Certainly, they certainly did. As the ball comes back in, and Ransom, she was awake up to that one as it went off the side of the boot of the Sandy Bay opponent. Comes back here. Cooper is attacking the ball. She fires it in, and that's a really strong mark there by Meeburn.
Well, it probably wasn't one of Claire's better kicks coming out of the half-back line that time, but it was well trapped by Sandy Bay, and now they've got a chance. They're going to kick on, we're only about 25 metres out. Big chance to bring up their first goal.
Okay, Hayley Meeburn taking her time over the footy. It's a long raking kick. The claps are there. Duff, I reckon she sealed that one. Beautiful kick. So that's a couple of direct shots on goal by both teams. And that's broken the duck for Sandy Bay, and they are up and about. That's all they needed. Duff might just give them that bit of incentive as they move on to 1-6 to their opposition 4-3. That's a great kick for goal. Sailing through.
Very measured, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, she got off the mark, gave herself a little bit of extra space. Again, she came in directly at it. Most impressive performance. As the umpire just might have seen a minor infringement, And it's going to go to Sandy Bay again. So they are starting to get a bit of a wriggle on. If they could get another goal here, it'll be more than make it interesting. Back they go. Lovely kick. Comes back towards the centre half forward position. It's North Hobart running hard. It's now on the wing. Freeman is in and under. Comes out towards Chapman. She can't get the ball, so it's Cooper for Sandy Bay. She gets it out to teammate who belts it forward. Nation was there. Chipping in for North Hobart was Freeman. Can't take clean possession. It gets it out to one of the runners who is stymied this time, but she's good enough to butter up is Gray. She's a give and go. She's got plenty of aerobic capacity, so she'll know she'll chase another kick. Just a quick kick in towards the goals by Atkinson, trying to find Chapman. Handball comes out. There's the ever reliable Fish. Gets it across to Reeves. And just for a few fleeting moments there, they breathe a little bit easier, do Sandy Bay. But they're still under plenty of pressure. North Hobart, they just never give up. And in fact, that pressure has been mounted and they get the free kick, and they're going to amount another assault inside 50 as Ransom takes it. She knows how far she can kick it, so she decides to play on and kick it towards the goal. And that one must have hit the base of the post, but that was fantastic play there, Duff, by Claire Ransom.
She's very dangerous, Hoppy. Yes, just hit the base of the post there.
Yeah, it certainly is. So out it comes. Good position by Lee Song. Couldn't quite pull it in, but have a look at her determination, trying to go back in and get it. As over the top was also Cooper. But now it'll be a ball up.
Not out of this, Sandy Bay. Just need to get the ball down the other end, get that second goal in a row on the board.
Oh, yes. No, I just said exactly that same thing. I reckon there are big chances. Anderson was good enough to claim it. Of course, there's plenty of space in front of the football now. There's no one over the back. If they can get a quick possession and force the ball forward, they are a big chance, but it's always very hard. I tell you what, Claire Ransom has got one of the best steps you've seen in football.
She's
isn't
very
she?
silky, isn't she?
Oh, she got that ball.
Well,
quickly.
brother Chris, good footballer in his day.
Oh, he's good, but not as good as her.
Well,
Christ almighty.
You said that, not me. What was Jim like as a footballer?
Oh, very average.
Was he?
Oh, yeah. No, Claire's got it all over Jim.
He's a good bloke, though.
Oh, ripping fella. Don't get me wrong, but just a very ordinary footballer.
Right.
Great coach.
Great coach.
Oh, yes.
Good.
Can impart the knowledge stuff, but it's if you want to know about the skills, go to Ransom is Claire. No doubt about that.
Okay.
So, beautiful work there. Trying to spoil that one. Goes back in. Look at that ferocity of that tackle. Oh, that's Claire Ransom. She's doing it all today, Duff. Not only where she's got the step, the fleet of foot, she's got the accurate kick, she's got the tricks that go around the corner, and she is having a day out. There's no doubt about that. It was Upton who got that handball by North. Have a listen to that. You can hear the umpire even in the effects mic. Now he's a good 100 odd metres away, Duff. And I love the way it's a combo of encouragement or letting the girls know what he's thinking. So try and get it out, play on. It's very spoiled. Isn't it good?
Very clear.
Yep.
It gives a player confidence that the man with the whistle is in control.
Or in this instance, in this game, the lady with the whistle. We've got one of each.
Of course we have.
Yeah, no, it's just been really, really good. I know we're harping on a bit, but the umpiring, gee whiz, it's been good. So who's the head of the umpire stuff? Is it Craig? Someone?
Mark Holmes, isn't it?
Mark
Holmes, I think.
Well, he'd be just thrilled.
No, Jeff Flack.
Flacky, is it?
Flacky, yeah.
He'd be thrilled at the standard of umpiring. So there are some of the ranks ready to come on, and isn't that good to see, Duff?
Yeah.
Plenty of interchange players. It's just very popular, is the junior girls football. Breaking kick. 10 minutes gone in the second quarter, and Sandy Bay are making a slight impression on what has been a pretty good lead.
Oh, nice.
Swinging around now. There's a chance that was Meeburn. It's going to what? Surely not another rolling goal, but cut off by a very, very fast Fenner And Emma Fenner has saved the day.
I think Fenner was very relieved there that she just got there in time. Great footy, but equally, just a little bit of a momentum twist here in this game. You know, if Sandy Bay can just sneak one going into half-time, put themselves a couple of goals down, they're not out of it.
Oh, no, I agree. There's no doubt about that. They've had all the play this quarter. They've been rewarded with 1 goal. Probably may have been good enough to get another, but they are doing a mighty fine job, as we see on screen. Our valued friends and partners, Bennett Petroleum, Moved Food, and CRIPPS, the master baker, baking bread since 1878. Oh, my word. Yes, I must admit, on the way home, Duff, I've got to call into the old supermarket.
Yeah,
Yep. Get the old wholemeal. CRIPPS wholemeal. I like the thicker one. You can get your 2 combos. You got your toast slice, and you got your sanger slice. So I'm a toast slice man in my sanger. I just like that. The more CRIPPS, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Great Tasmanian.
I reckon they should have toast. You can have your sandwich, your toast, and your jumbo slice. I'm a jumbo slice man. Thicker the better, as far as I'm concerned. Sometimes I, in fact, double up. But anyway, back to the footy. That was Casey Gray, and she's had a really good game. She reads the game well.
Here goes Chapman. Burst of speed by young Chapman. And a nice kick to advantage. And the mark there taken by Swift.
Yeah, she looks like she knows what she's doing. There's no doubt about that. She's got a goal. And there was a push in the back. That was Lavinia Summers, who went for the mark and just cagily put the old hands down, Duff, just to eke her opponent out. You'll learn from that experience, won't you? Next time you might just put the hips in, just so you can get the 2 hands up. But these are the little things that come with experience. As North Hobart picked that ball up, now they're racing for it. It's almost like they've woken up now, haven't they, in this quarter?
Yeah, I think the message has been sent out. Come on, it's actually game on here with 21 points up, but Sandy Bay are surging.
And surging they are. They're doing a fantastic job. North Hobart. Now they pick up the ball through Chelsea Thomas. She goes further afield, but backing back was McLeod for Sandy Bay. Here they go now, North Hobart. This is one of their few forays inside 50, and how many times do you see this when a team has been under the pump and did the right thing there, Duff, for the bit of a check side, but just overcompensated for the angle that she was on. I think that was Amity Chick. And through for the minor score.
We just needed to find the left boot there. I think she just tried to square it up under pressure. But if she just found the left boot, she might have been able to kick the goal.
I'll ask Sam Walsh yesterday for Carlton, Duff. He did a check side from a lazy 40 metres out.
Did he?
I suppose he's had a little bit of practice at it. Could have squared it up. But whatever works, and on that particular occasion, didn't quite come off. But very, very close as Sandy Bay pick up the ball. They're tackled, so they go back in to try and get it again. Here's a big opportunity for North Hobart. It's Emma Fenner driving it. They seem to have a couple of loose ones here. Almost falls into the clutches of a spare Emma Upton, but she can't quite bring it in. So now Sandy Bay go the quick kick out. Leading for the race to the ball is Talia Atkinson. Atkinson now. It is North Hobart again. They're mounting and they're absolutely surging.
Wow.
And it has come down to Miriam Swift, who's taken that mark. It was just weight of numbers of the balls coming in there, Duff.
It was, forward pressure and another kick on goal for North Hobart coming up right on half-time. This will be like a dagger through the heart of the Sandy Bay Lions. And I think it may have just been touched, so
just
lucky.
Had the accuracy there, Duff, by Miriam Swift. She knew about that, but as you said, didn't quite have the distance, as the siren has gone here for half-time at the Newtown bye-track, which sees North Hobart as they are 4 goals, 6-30 to Sandy Bay, 1-1-7. Goal kickers for North Hobart. Swift and Summers have singles, with Claire Ransom has the 2, and for Sandy Bay, Hayley Meeburn has the single. So what has been a very entertaining game, a much improved performance in that second quarter by Sandy Bay will certainly build belief and confidence as they now go in to have a little listen to what the coaches have got to say for them, have a break, just like we are going to have now, and we'll be back with the second half very shortly. Lions in the blue and white stripes.
And a great effort there by Casey Gray just to get the ball running. We've got Amity Chick now kicking from about 45 metres out, and it's going to come over the back, and there's the first goal of the match, Hoppy.
Yes, Marianne Swift. Didn't she know where that ball was going to drop, Duff? She protected
It's
it.
being good forward for North Hobart.
Yeah, it is, and it's Amity Chick. She was at the drop of the ball, and backing back is Claire Ransom, who has taken a very, very clever mark. She is a very good footballer, football smart stuff, but good athlete as well. Ransom goes back, and she's got full reward for that kick at goal, and she has slotted that through for her first one grab. And so it's the old adage, you practice how you play. You know what I mean? She was good. She looks very good. It's all of a sudden Ransom picks it up. She has a shot for goal as the siren has gone, and it's gone through. Now this is going to be interesting. Let's just watch. It is a goal.
Oh, no.
Well, we're going to have a look at the Mood Food replay about that one. There is when you get in front. You get in front and things go your way. So Lavinia Summers is going to go back now and have a direct shot on goal. It is a drop punt, direct.
Beautiful.
Straight through. That's as good a shot as goal that you'd ever want to see. So in the coaching manual, you want to say to Sandy Bay opponent, comes back here. Cooper is attacking the ball. She fires it in, and that's a really strong mark there by Meeburn.
Well, it probably wasn't one of Claire's better kicks coming out of the half-back line that time, and it was well trapped by Sandy Bay, and now they've got a chance. They're going to kick on. Ooh, we're only about 25 metres out. Big chance to bring up their first goal.
Okay, Hayley Meeburn taking her time over the footy. It's a long raking kick. The claps are there. Duff, I reckon she sealed that one. Beautiful kick. So that's a couple of direct shots on goal by both teams.
Hello, Tasmanians. CRIPPS Ambassador here. No matter where you are or whomever you are, remember this. You are Tasmanian. So say it loudly and say it proudly. Tasmania!
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 CRIPPS, a toast to Tasmania. Nice one. Hello?
So welcome back to the Newtown bike track, and I'm not sure what the effects are showing on the camera there, but I can tell you live from our commentary tower that the shadows are certainly growing long across the ground. They're out to that halfway point in what was a ground that was flooded in beautiful winter sunshine. I think it was meant to be 14, might have got a touch higher here under the mountain at Newtown. It's been a cracker day as far as the quality of junior footy is concerned, and weather, it's been absolutely superb as Lavinia Summers goes very hard at it. And it is going to be another ball up.
And we have well, we'll come back to this in a moment. We've got a correction on one of the names, but we'll just watch this play here, Hoppy.
Oh, we certainly will. That was a good ball up. Summers goes for it. Doesn't go that far before the umpire has seen something. Let's have a look here.
It's a North Hobart free kick here.
Yes, and that's going to be Olivia Reed. So Reed is going to have a shot on goal.
Of course, Olivia, the daughter of the famous Jared Reed, who used to play for Clarence back in the day, and she scored a sausage roll here.
Well done, Olivia. Put that one right through the middle, and it's great. We're having a lot of responses to our coverage out there, Duff, and we've got some friends up there in Smithton.
Smithton?
Yes, up in Smithton. Uncle Aid has given us a hoy. He says, now, Fox, can you get the pronunciation of not Miriam, but Mirren? So it's Mirren Swift. And he says, if you can't pronounce Mirren, just say Swifty.
Swifty.
So to you, Uncle Aid, one of the legends of the Circular Head area up there, Duff. Is it Smithton or Smithton?
Smithton.
Smithton. It's fantastic that you're watching up in the northwest of the state. We welcome you to the STJFL coverage.
And you know what they call it up there?
God's country?
God's country. Beautiful part of the world, isn't it?
Oh, it's stunning. I love it, that drive you get from, say, Wynyard on. The Rocky Cape National Park.
It starts just out of Devonport at about Ulverston, just before Ulverston. You come down the hill to Turner's Beach. Anyway, back to this game. Now,
I'll tell you what,
Casey Gray, she is an absolute star, as well as this girl.
Yes, so here's Claire Ransom. She gets the handball off, and it's driving it in. Up there you go, and I think it's almost pulled that one in. Can't do so as Summers goes back in to try and get it again. She is beset upon by a very determined backline from the Sandy Bay Lions.
Yeah, just hold out, Chelsea.
And of course the best spot is when you just drive past Stanley and come into Smithton there, Duff. That's magnificent. And of course next time up there we might have a frothy or two with Uncle Aid. And we'll come and say good day. So we're
good footballer back in the day too.
Oh no, very number 8 wasn't he for Smithton?
Oh, just looking up on Wiki here in a minute. I'll get back to that one.
So Sandy Bay trying to pick the ball up, and they do so. They clear it. They're under plenty of pressure. Applied pressure on the field at the moment, as also pressure on the scoreboard, as North Hobart have already got a goal in this quarter. They really worked hard to get back in. There's a shepherd being applied there by Claire Ransom, who has scored a couple of goals. She's been evasive. She's also got quite a few assists as well, Duff, so she's certainly in the game. Good attempt to mark, couldn't bring it down.
Sandy Bay, everything, they're doing the right thing, really trying to work the ball out of the half-back line, but do you notice that everything they're doing is being rushed at the moment? It's that pressure by North Hobart, just not allowing Sandy Bay to get some free, flowing, clear ball.
Yeah, well that's what Elizabeth Johnston has been practicing with the girls at training, Duff. I know you said you came out here and had a look at them go around, and one of the things you said to me during the week, Hoppy, wait till you see North Hobart under 17s with their tackling pressure. She had the tackling bags out, and they were really ferocious, weren't they?
Oh, they just love their tackling, and it's great to be able to execute what you do at training, and they've done that very well today.
All right, so coming out to meet the ball was Triffett, just overran it, but she's quickly arced around to try and get on another one as Ferguson is front and centre. It just goes past an advancing Rogers, who couldn't pick it up. Coming out to get that was Meeburn, of course, who got an early goal, and it'll be another ball up. Now, this young lady's been a good umpire, Duff.
Yeah, we should try and get a name on her.
We will do.
Yep. No,
we'll get that at 3/4 time. Great to see not only the influx of girls playing football, but we'd love to see an influx of girls officiating in the caper as well. So it's close to the boundary line, and Georgie Rogers goes toward it and sees that one across. So there's plenty of numbers on the benches for both teams, and that's healthy numbers as far as football in the girls division. There's a few challenges in the boys division in that youth area, so it'll be interesting to see if they can gain some ground, but the girls very, very healthy indeed. So North Hobart picked that up. They can't break clear as Sandy Bay go very hard towards the ball. Can't quite pick it up, but it was Ava Polly who did a fantastic job, and that's a brilliant mark backing back into the pack. Well done there by North Hobart, just taking their time. That strong mark was by Georgia Rogers, who now kicks out wide, but Victoria Fish, she's been a really classy player. She has just hasn't given up of any contest. Coming out was Anderson, tried to pick it up. It's going close towards the goals as an advancing Imogen Nation tries to pick it up through for the minor score. So Sandy Bay still fighting hard. There's another 1/4.5 to go, and they've still got the belief. They think they're good enough, and what we've seen, they have the capacity to score quickly if they probably get it away from the boundary line a bit more and get it back. That was clever by trying to swoop it back to the advancing area. It's right in the goal square. Let's see how they go. Can North Hobart hang on? Picking the ball up there is Meeburn. and it's not going to come out, so the umpire will throw it up. As you can see there, it's very, very close to the Sandy Bay goal. Good tap out by Anderson. She goes back in to get it again. Desperate stakes. And there is a goal off the ground. Well, if you just keep pushing it forward, as Sandy Bay did, it could result in the 6 points, and that's terrific work by Sandy Bay. As we'll have a look at that probably in again. I just didn't quite pick up who that was. Oh, here we go. We see a smother and a kick, and then off the ground, and I think that was Laura Cooper we're going to give that goal to. So well done by young Laura Cooper. The determination of the never give up attitude, that is one of the key spirits down there at Sandy Bay. It certainly held them in good stead in the first game here, where in the under 14 in Troy Bennett's team, they were down at 3/4 time and they just didn't give up, and they came home with a wet sail. And could this be happening again? They might sort of take advantage of what happened in the past, and they're going forward again, end over end, but going back, taking the one Duke was Emma Fenner. That was very creative.
Yeah, she's been very impressive down there in the half-back line, hasn't she, all match? Hoppy repelled many attacks by Sandy Bay.
She certainly has.
It was a great grab there. But you're right, if Sandy Bay can just sneak 2 in a row and then get another one, anything can happen here.
Oh, I noted about that, but once you get 2 in a row, that's just amazing. So rushing out hard is Fenner, who breaks clear now through the agency of a very good shepherd. Chapman is on the hunt for it, but it's been seen out, and the umpire's going to call it back for a ball up. Umpire throws it aloft. It might be Badeneck who got the big fist to it, but it's roved by the Demons. Courageously go back inside the corridor where it's picked up by Reeves for Sandy Bay.
Oh, 1 on 3 here.
Yeah, they have the numbers. Well, that's the footy smarts, isn't it, Duff? To just put the person behind the ball.
I think what happened, we had 2 Sandy Bay players coming off the bench, Hoppy.
There you go, you see. Big interchange there, and they got quick possession and went forward very, very quickly. And there are plenty of changes because we've got plenty of girls going on and off all the time. So Coach Cole for Sandy Bay and Coach Johnston for North Hobart are certainly ringing the changes, Duff.
Coach Cole.
Yes, Coach Cole.
Big name in footy.
William Cole.
Yep. Son of the great Anthony.
There you go.
Yep, I know my players. I know my history of Tasmanian football.
Ooh, if anyone knows the history, how many years have you been filming, Duff?
I tell you what,
look at this. Going close. Almost there. Oh, it's just hit the post. And one behind. How many years has Duff TV been on the football filming circuit?
This is our 20th year of filming football, Hoppy.
20 years?
20 years.
Fantastic. And so a good, long, enduring relationship with the STJFL. And there's not too many junior competitions that can avail themselves of such a quality production that is brought to them week in, week out. And of course, you'll be able to tune in every Friday night to watch the game of the round and/or on a Sunday afternoon, Duff.
Oh, it's just been a great start for the year. We feel very fortunate that we can come out here in Tasmania and continue on what we love so much, Hoppy. So, but thank you to the STJFL for the wonderful support.
So, can't get away from the clutches of a very nice tackle by Atkinson. And the ball up comes up. So 11 minutes gone in the 3rd quarter.
It's only 21 points.
Yeah, that's all. Another goal and it'll really tighten the screws, Duff. It's back in towards the centre of the ground. Fish tries to pick it up and she does so now. Boots it long to open space. I think with North Hobart are wily type veteran stuff that are away to that sort of shenanigans, so they need to try and lower the eyes, and here they go. This is a bit and a more effective forward thrust. It's again, 2-on-1, but in front, nearly taking a spectacular effort to mark was Nation, and the numbers went out on that particular occasion. All the time, Duff, you notice that North Hobart when someone's in trouble, they always get a couple of teammates come and help out.
Yeah, I think that's been one of the differences in the two sides. Just in the pivotal moment there, they just had the numbers around the ball, didn't they?
Yep, no doubt about that. So Sandy Bay running hard. It's McLeod. She picks up, evades the oncoming tackler. Coming out now is Gray. Gee, she's had a crack of a game. I'll be fascinated to hear at the end of the game your 3-2-1, Duff, because there's been some very, very fine performances out here. Individual performances. Talking of individual performances, what about Victoria Fish?
Having a good match.
Oh, she's having a magnificent match.
In fact, looking at my stats here, since quarter time, Sandy Bay have just about equalled North Hobart on the scoreboard. I think it's been 2 goals apiece since quarter time, Hoppy. So they're
No
really
pulling the wool over your eyes, Duff.
Really not too far out of this. Just need to sneak another goal.
Oh, there's a strong tackle, and it'll be a ball up. The other thing, you spoke of, you know, some famous names in football. There's been some famous names in football filming.
Yeah.
One, of course, was Martin Duffy, and the next generation coming through. We got Ben Duffy on the camera today. And
of course, he loves football so much.
Oh, he's a footy freak.
Oh.
You know, he's since he's come out of the womb.
Yes.
He's been kicking that ball around, and hasn't he got a great handle on the game of feel, the way he's zooming in and zooming out?
Yep.
So it's great to see, again, the next generation. And let's face it, Duff, we can put your weary eyes out to pasture as we get Ben to take over the caper, going towards the boundary line, and another ball up.
I don't know if I wish that on him, Hoppy, as much as I love the game of footy. I mean, yesterday, this is game number 8 for the weekend for Duff TV, as there's a great mark there by Sophie Ferguson, backing back.
Ferguson, strong mark out towards the advancing Summers. Couldn't quite bring that one in, but I tell you what, she looked dangerous going for it. She goes back and good enough to get it again. Here's the ever reliable Fish, but she's not getting past her opponents there, Duff, and I think that was Thomas. She is a very good tackler. And the other thing I've liked about Chelsea Thomas is her work away from the ball. Every time they've got a possession, North Hobart, she either runs past to give an option, not always given the ball, but she's always there for a teammate.
Yep. I tell you what, have not stopped trying at Sandy Bay as we're edging towards 3/4 time. Can they just sneak a goal here? You just sense that they're building here. But again, North Hobart doing it very well, teaming up under pressure and clearing the ball once again down here right in front of us.
Yeah, across that half-back flank, they've been very good of North Hobart. Very strong, stoic defence. And that's a prime example.
There's that tackling you're talking about, Andrew.
Just a prime example of how good the tackles have been for North Hobart as the siren has gone. So we'll just check the JMC, Magnificent Motor Car Company scoreboard as we just tune down to that one. It is North Hobart 5-6-36 to Sandy Bay 2-3-15 Duff.
Where do you buy your cars from, Hop?
Oh, I love your European car, so your Volkswagen
Yes.
in it. JMC is my preference, Duff. There's no doubt about that. Go and see the crew in there. So just quickly, our goal scorers for Sandy Bay are Hayley Meeburn and Laura Cooper. Of course, for North Hobart, Swifty has got 1, Ransom 2, Summers and Reed with singles. So we can go and take a break. So Aid, if you're out there up in Smithton, now's the time to go and refuel. Go and get a quick drink, and we'll see Aid and everyone else for the last quarter very shortly.
Hello, Tasmanians. CRIPPS Ambassador here. No matter where you are or whomever you are, remember this: you are Tasmanian. So say it loudly and say it proudly. Tasmania!
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 CRIPPS, a toast to Tasmania. Nice one. Hello? Is this the mouthpiece?
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back, Hoppy.
Yes, it's the last quarter of football now. In the last match, it's been 4 crackerjack matches here at the Newtown Bike Track Oval. And it has North Hobart, who seem to have all the answers so far, Duff.
Oh, just silky skills coming out of the middle. North Hobart on bowlers are really... I think Jimmy Ransom would have been saying to him, right, girls, we've got to put the throttle down here and just don't give Sandy Bay a chance in the early part of this final quarter because it's only 21 points. Just assert themselves, and they did that coming out of the middle then, Hoppy.
Yes. Now, I popped out. You went over and had a listen to Sandy Bay, so I'll get what you said a few minutes ago from Coach Cole. I went out, and Elizabeth Johnston, she was so calm, the way she explained to the girls what to do, and Jim, of course, as coaching director and runner, trying to urge them on, saying he was so thrilled as a 50 metres being paid. Wow. Is this the little bit of momentum shift that they need, Duff? A little bit of luck?
Well, what's happened there? Well, the instruction is that we needed, Coach Cole was saying, just move the ball quickly. Get it moving, take risks, take the game on. Yep,
and that's exactly what they did there as Reeves took good possession of the ball, but by gee, she backed into a lot of danger there, Duff. It was indeed a wall of North Hobart players, and Casey Gray was there to mop up with a very good tackle, very effective. Well picked up there by Galligan, who pushed it towards the boundary line. And that was a bit unlucky, wasn't it? It might have come off the boot of Fish then, I think.
The wily old fox in Chapman. She knew the rules there. That was out in the full. Almost talked the umpire into it, but I think it was the correct call.
Yeah, was indeed, as Badeneck provided a good shepherd there. What about that strong tackle? And a free kick will go to Sandy Bay, Duff.
What was that for, Andrew? Not sure.
Well, the good thing is the lady in green's just a little bit closer than we are, Duff. So obviously something's happened untoward, and the right decision will always be made as Gray picks it up. She tries to put them into the attack, and the free kick on this occasion has gone to Chapman, held without the ball. Chapman goes forward. Sandy Bay, they go up. Try to bring that one in, did Nation. She couldn't do so, but she's a very determined young lady. Talking of determination, Thomas, she's an absolute cracker. She just gets her head down, and she's no nonsense at all as it comes over the back. Very good player, both in determination and skill. As Claire Ransom, the Rolls Royce is, but she's patrolling. She tries to screw it back and just misses. But very evasive there, Duff.
It was very Robert Harvey-like, the old St Kilda player, be able to just evade players and nobody could ever catch him.
Well, as we watch here,
look at this.
On the Mood Food replay.
Would brother Chris have kicked that?
Oh, he wouldn't have even got close.
Nah.
Jim, well, he would have stubbed his toe. And the only option would have gone to the silky skills of Claire.
Yes.
Now, one of the things, Duff, that we need to get our head around is when we refer to some players that are doing stuff in the girls' footy, I think we should mention the lady footballers.
Yep, we'll start working on that, Hoppy. Is this a real promising foray forward here for Sandy Bay? They've only kicked 2 goals in the game. They'd love a third.
And in fact, I think there's been a bit of an injury here. Oh no, I hope it's not a knee, Duff. I think they're just going to, yep, stop, as there's been a bit of an injury here. As Ransom, talking of, Jim's come out to assist. Let's have a look here, Duff. We're watching the old replay. Oh, just fell across, might have just fallen across and inadvertently twisted a knee or an ankle. And this is unfortunate to see a young footballer in distress, and it's part and parcel. It was inadvertently and an accident that happened, and the medical assistance is on the way. So that's very, very good news as far as we're concerned, Duff.
No, it's an unfortunate part of the game, Andrew. There's often an injury in a sport like this in Aussie rules. Yeah, it's hard to sort of
just
pick out what
an
happened,
innocuous trip in a way, but how many times do you see that, whether it be a knee or an ankle or something like that, that can seemingly just go to turn or twist or something like that? It's a bit harsh for us to surmise at the minute, but I think what's going to happen here, they might even be waiting for the stretcher, I think, here, Duff, because there's a little bit of distress out there. I'm not sure who it is. I think I saw a 2 there. Was it Talia Atkinson maybe, or Lavinia Summers? I'm sorry if you're a relation of one of those two, but we just have to wait a few minutes and let's hope. 22 it is. I was correct. It was Talia Atkinson. Well, the real good news is there, Duff.
She's had a really good match.
Yeah, she's had a good match, but just saying, I apologise there, mate. The good news is that she stood up then, which was encouraging.
Yeah.
And now she's being aided to the side of the ground. So she'll go off and get some treatment. And so our very warm and best wishes are with Talia Atkinson. We hope it's nothing serious and you recover, and we'd love to see your beaming smile and enthusiasm back on the track as soon as possible.
I'd imagine it's just a bad twist of the knee or the ankle there, Andrew.
Okay,
Most
so
likely not a break.
Yep, so the umpire has just suggested that we go back to where it was and Sandy Bay have the kick. Excuse me, probably about 40 odd metres, so too far out. I would have thought you'd take an almighty kick from there, but who knows. Here we go now, resuming play. It's a very good kick. It's hard and low, as coming in to try and get the ball. The umpire says we'll throw that up with only 10 metres out from the Sandy Bay goal. Anderson, she was up on the ruck position. Cooper swoops on the ball, goes back around and out of bounds. Well, we have to get that vibe going upwards. It was just a bit of a downer there to see someone go off injured, as I think Jimmy Ransom is over there with Talia Atkinson at the moment. But Sandy Bay, they're pressing. They have a never give up attitude down at the Bay. That certainly held them in good stead in the first game, which I think I mentioned a few minutes ago in the under 14 game, where they came from the clouds to win that thriller in the last quarter. And now it's deep into this quarter. It's 8 minutes. I'm not really sure if the game will go a little bit further than that. They might have had some time on due to the injury, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. It's close in the clinches, and it's not coming out, and the umpire will throw this one up. Oh, I apologise. I think just then it's a free kick to Anderson. Might have been just taken a little bit too high. Anderson has done a nice kick. They're at the back of the pack. Swooped on, shot at goal. Just the minor score. So Sandy Bay are still pressing. There is no doubt about that. Sandy Bay are 2 goals for 16. And here is another one, and they've gone through for another minor score. And they are really working hard, Sandy Bay, and it's really good to see that a team that is being defeated on the scoreboard continually press hard with that never give in attitude. So here we have Upton. Upton goes further out to Thomas, and she's taken a very nice mark. Well, I dare I say it, she's very similar in the mould of Nicole Bresnahan, who's a Clarence star. She similar in shape of body too, and very effective for footballer is Nicole, and a lovely person to boot. And Chelsea Thomas might have even been modelling her game after that, as Swifty picks it up. Swifty comes back around to have a shot on goal, but this time it is Fish that applies the tackle to Merrin Swift and brings her down, and she'll get the reward for that tackle. I don't know what Uncle Aid thought of that one, but I'm sure he'll give a little bit of advice to Merrin later on in the week. As Ransom, she gets it out towards Gray. Gray drives it forward, out they come. Can't take the mark that time was Summers, but she quickly applied the tackle. That was brilliant second effort, and exactly what you want, what you'd like to see from your forwards. If they can't take the mark, bring it down, and then if you're good enough to go and try and get it again, that's just outstanding stuff. So North Hobart through Thomas. She breaks away now. She gets it to an area of worrying proportions as far as Sandy Bay are concerned. Anywhere out from 10 metres isn't where you want it to be, and they're going forward again. They really have got the never give in attitude, Sandy Bay, and they hold that one in. There was no prior, as far as the umpire thought, for Ransom to get that one out. So another ball up. Nearly 10 minutes gone in the last quarter. Trying to push her way through as Lisong. Lisong just pushing that one forward. Oh, here's a good tackle. Lovely tackle there by Abel, and she will be rewarded. The tackling here today, excuse me, in both the under-15 girls and the under-17 girls has been of a very high standard. And as Ransom is swung off the ball, and you can't sling someone, so that's why she's got the free kick. Claire Ransom goes towards one of the stars of the game in Chelsea Thomas. Thomas goes quickly back in towards the centre half forward position. At the bottom of the pack doing the bullocking work is Alexandra Badenat, who's had a mighty good effort today. Casey Gray goes the kick, and I think that's been paid as a free kick downfield. That's how I understand it, and then sure enough, it is. So Chapman now. No one on the mark, so she gains an extra couple of metres. Drives it down towards Summers, who can't bring that one in. So they repel another attack, do Sandy Bay. 12.5 minutes nearly gone in this last quarter. It is North Hobart v Sandy Bay in what has been a very entertaining day of Cripps the Master Baker STJFL football. I'm sure all the leaders, your Jimmy Horns and your Mickey Arnolds, who I've seen patrolling the grounds, will be absolutely thrilled at the standard of play here today and the good sportsmanship, Duff. That's the thing that's been outstanding to me.
It's been great sportsmanship, but they've done enough here in North Hobart, haven't they, Hoppy?
Oh, yes.
20 points up. Sandy Bay have stuck at it since quarter time. It's actually been fairly even on the scoreboard, but just haven't been able to score those 2 goals in a row as young Chapman
got the 50.
He's got the 50.
That always helps, doesn't it? And it's not a bad bit of real estate to be given, especially on the bike track, Duff, which isn't the biggest ground going around. So
well, it's fairly wide, but not very long.
Cricket proportions, isn't it? That's right. And you don't want to get lost in those wide pockets. Goes up towards centre half forward, the centre of the goals, and Lavinia Summers, she has just looked so likely when it's been in her territory, Duff. She's taken some strong marks, but if she hasn't marked, she's been able to bring the ball to the ground and provide a source for her small forwards. And her tackling, her second efforts have been, well, second to none.
She's been one of the winners, or one of many winners for North Hobart in this match. It was a nice kick on goal there by Sophie Chapman. She realised she was probably a little bit too far out, so she just popped it up.
And here we see the kick on goal. Very true, courtesy of Mood Food. Gee, don't they some great food there, Duff, too. I've got a Mood Food on my way home. I'm at Cremorne, so I reckon I just might ease in. I'll give my lovely wife Amanda a call and I'll say, what about I get some food? I'll get the Mood Food. I might get a couple of Dagwood dogs, fish and chips. But they sell more apples and bananas than fuel. I remember talking to Troy, and an inordinate amount of fruit and vegetables that they sell.
They sell a lot of fuel.
They sell more coffees than fuel. More litres of coffee go out of the Mood Food establishment. 1 or 2 litres of your very fine diesel plus stuff from Bennett's Petroleum.
Vortex.
That's it.
Vortex.
That's it.
Back to this game. We've only got moments to go in what has been a ripper of a match. And North Hobart will just about to go to the top of the table.
Yes, early stages of the season, because it is a shortened season, so you can't afford to get away to a sloppy start, as the ball was marked by Claire Ransom. But before she could get a kick-off, Duff, the siren has sounded here at the Newtown Bike Track, which sees North Hobart 6-7-43 defeating a very, very gallant Sandy Bay 2-5-17. For the winners, let's just have a look down here, Duff. 1 goal to Olivia Reed, 2 goals to Lavinia Summers, 2 goals to Claire Ransom, and ready for it, Uncle Aid, Mirren Swift,
Swifty.
1 goal. Well done, Swifty. And for Sandy Bay, Hayley Meeburn 1, and Laura Cooper a single as well. And as far as you're concerned, in the 3-2-1 stuff.
Oh, gee,
But you got your head into that.
Oh, I tell you what, I was looking on you. You're going to ask me.
Yes.
It's a very, very difficult one, because for North Hobart, they had winners across the whole ground. Claire Ransom, just a wonderful Rolls Royce of this competition, isn't she? I'd give her 1 vote, although you could argue that she could maybe have got 2 or maybe 3. She was fantastic. Casey Gray, right from the start of the match, coming off the half-back line, just a really wonderful footballer, very graceful across the oval, always looking for a teammate. I gave her 2.
Yes.
And for her effort down forward, sharing the ball around, I thought number 18, Swifty, 3 votes for mine.
Oh, I think you've been swayed by the text from Uncle Aid. I'm not saying she didn't play a great game, but I think you've just been badgered into that from our very dear friend up at Smithton. She played a great game, and if I could just mention as well, Duff, the great performance by Chelsea Thomas. And what about Victoria Fish? Isn't she just a beauty for Sandy Bay? But all I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have enjoyed today so much as we're seeing Jim Ransom out there just sort of saying how pleased he was, and we can also see Coach Elizabeth Johnston with her charges. So that's all from Duff TV. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We want to thank our premium partners, CRIPPS, the Master Baking Bread since 1878, the sponsor of the STJFL. Our very, very dear friends at Bennett's Petroleum, Mood Food, and the Jackson Motor Car Company. It is Andrew Silver Fox Hopwood with Duff, Jerry and Ben wishing you a warm good evening, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Of course, Olivia, the daughter of the famous Jared Reed, who used to play for Clarence back in the day, and she scored a sausage roll here.
Well done, Olivia. Put that one right through the middle, and it's great. We're having a lot of responses to our coverage out there, Duff, and we've got some friends up there in Throw It Up. As you can see there, it's very, very close to the Sandy Bay goal. Good tap out by Anderson. She goes back in to get it again. Desperate stakes. And there is a goal off the ground. Well, if you just keep pushing it forward, as Sandy Bay did, take advantage of what happened in the past, and they're going forward again, end over end, but going back, taking the one Duke was Emma Fenner. That was, across that half-back flank, they've been very good of North Hobart, very strong, stoic defence. And that's a prime example.
There's that tackling you're talking about, Andrew.
Just a prime example.
Stuck at it since quarter time. It's actually been fairly even on the scoreboard, but just haven't been able to score those 2 goals in a row as young Chapman.
Got the 50.
He's got the 50.
That always helps, doesn't it? And it's not a bad bit of real estate to be given, especially on the bike track, Duff, which isn't the biggest ground going around. So
well, it's fairly wide, but not very long.
Cricket proportions, isn't it? That's right. And you don't want to get lost in those wide pockets. Goes up towards centre half forward, the centre of the goals. And Lavinia Summers, she has just looked so likely.
Of a match. And North Hobart will just about to go to the top of the table.
Yes, early stages of the season, because it is a shortened season, so you can't afford to get away to a sloppy start, as the ball was marked by Claire Ransom. But before she could get a kick-off, Duff, the siren has sounded here at the Newtown bike track, which sees North Hobart 6-7-43 defeating a very, very gallant Sandy Bay 2-5-17.